Hi everyone, I wanted to share something with you. Today is October 18th, and it is exactly 25 years since the day I was wounded. I was 12 years old then, and little did I know that the siege of Sarajevo and the war in Bosnia would go on until I was 16. 25 years ago, October 18th was sunny and beautiful, and I remember begging my mom to let me go outside. Daily bombings and sniper fire had kept me inside for days, but that day was unusually quiet. She kept saying no, but eventually I wore her down. I remember being so excited to go outside. I remember the blur of the stairs as I ran down 14 flights from our apartment to the lobby. I walked to the back of the building and just stood there, feasting on the fall colors, gulping as much sunshine and fresh air as I could. Suddenly there was an explosion, the loudest crash I'd ever heard. The sound punctured my ears. Dirt and debris were flying everywhere. The first thought I had was that I had been hit directly, so I just waited to be shattered into a million little pieces. As the dust began to settle, I saw a large piece of the building dangling in front of me. The mortar shell had hit just a few feet to my right, and a rain of shrapnel pelted my legs. There are so many memories of that day. You'd think they'd be blurry, but they're in perfect color. October 18th, 1992 had changed my life forever. It not only scarred my legs, but it seared my life. Today, I am above all grateful that I'm alive. I have lived 25 years since that day. That's a quarter of a century of mornings, sunsets, conversations, hugs, successes, falls, my favorite TV shows, great books, cupcakes. 25 years of life. And to think I could have died that day never having experienced any of it. Aside from gratitude, I feel so many other emotions, and I have a lot of questions. The biggest question I ask myself as a child of war, as a war survivor, is, what am I doing with this life? Am I doing enough? Because there are millions of children of war around the world who are being hurt and traumatized. I'm currently writing a memoir, and it is my deepest wish that it will be read both by those who have never known war, but also by survivors and refugees who might feel a little less alone after reading it. In my writings, I share the truth that I have kept from almost everyone in my life. The truth is, my ears are still ringing from the thunderous echoes of my childhood trauma. I suffer from flashbacks, nightmares, anxiety, hypervigilance, and sometimes depression. These are all symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. I couldn't have known this 10, 20 years ago, but in many ways the war doesn't end with the signing of a peace treaty or the granting of asylum. For me, having PTSD feels a lot like living under siege, except I'm all alone, isolated in my own mind. And it's easy to feel ashamed in that secrecy and isolation. So today, on this anniversary, I decided to speak up. I hope you know that the children of war around the world need our care and compassion. And I fear many will need it even decades from now. Thank you so much for listening. Peace to everyone.